Welcome to Behind the Blowhole. My name is Sosh, and I'm here alone today. Everybody is on vacation, which is awesome. I hope they all have a nice time. I was going to take today off, but I figured because you guys have honestly been so generous to us over the last 10 months and giving us this little platform to talk about what essentially is what goes on behind the scenes of running a restaurant. Let's make no mistakes about it. This is a hospitality podcast first and foremost, peppered with entertainment. I have had a tremendous amount of blowback from doing this. Text messages, emails, people telling me that I've lost my fucking mind. That might be so. That might be so. But because you guys have been so good to us and given us this opportunity to have this platform with the listeners that we have, and there's many, and I'm blown away. I want to talk to you a little bit about why we are doing this. We have spoken about it before. Make no mistake about it. There is always an agenda to every single thing that we do. We don't just throw shit against the wall and hope that it sticks. However, in business, you take risk. There is no reward without risk. If you want to go ahead and be safe, get a fucking job. Get a pension. Get benefits, work your 20, 30 years, hope that you don't die, make it to the finish line, sail off in the sunset to Boca. Pick a nice place that has good Medicare around the corner, so when you have your first heart attack or stroke, you're taken care of. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging you. I'm not wired like that, though. Most business people I know are not wired like that. I got one shot on this fucking planet, and I want to take a shot. When the pandemic hit, like many industries, my industry changed. And I knew that it would never be the same again. This business used to make a traditional 20 cents on the dollar. What that means is every goddamn dollar, 20 cents of it was profit. That has changed to the point that it is under 10 cents on the dollar today, which means that the pendulum has swung further into the risk category than the reward, which means that agendas can start to change, which means that some of the insane shit that we say and do here, which can be bad exposure, for liability purposes, you start to say, who gives a fuck? What am I fighting for? What is the point? When the government is dwindling our margins away, and you feel like an empty shell of what you used to be, you need to try new things. I realized that when that pandemic hit, what I have spent 30 years studying food and beverage in the hospitality industry is maybe, even if I'm lucky, only takes up 50% of my time or importance nowadays, because it is media and entertainment. The most valuable commodity that there is in the world of business today is attention. Now, I watch everybody scroll through their fucking phones like crackheads constantly, and I'm guilty of it as well. I see the little pretty photographs that everybody's taking of food, and you think that that's going to go ahead and change the trajectory of your business model. It's not. It's nothing more than a digital billboard. There is no difference between driving past Main Street USA and seeing a $10,000 sign on the door, or scrolling past your fucking reel on Instagram with somebody taking a photograph of your food. It's insignificant and it does not move the needle at all. Now, everybody wants to go ahead and judge us. I get it all day long. I had 4 texts within the last week, one of them telling me how I have ruined my business over the last number of years and that people don't like it and blah, blah, blah. This is supposed to be a friend, by the way. I've had other people tell me that all the business owners think that it's appalling, some of this shit that we're doing. That's fine. And guess what? I'm not free from this type of scrutiny, even at home. If you want to win, you have to be in it. You have to roll the die. We were down last year for the first time in 13 seasons. Let me explain. You're listening to me, maybe because of some of the stupid shit that we do, but you've also listened to us because we're professional hospitality. When I opened this business for $30,000 on the swipe of a credit card 15 years ago, every single year for 13 consecutive years in a row, did we increase the revenues. I will take that up against any executive or CEO in America. It says something. It says that we know what we're doing. Last year was the first time in my history as a professional operator that I was down in revenues. Now you can go ahead and you can blame that on the weather. You can blame it on the economy. And you can blame it maybe on me. Maybe it's a little bit of all of those things. Probably is. But as professionals in business, what you need to do is stop and self-reflect. Knowing that our margins are down and that this business will make in net almost the same as a professional who has a pension and benefits and no risk, it is time to go ahead and try something new. Knowing that the most valuable thing that is out there is grabbing your attention, we decided after consulting with many professionals, marketing people, business people, to go ahead and try and roll out some extreme shit. No doubt. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Certainly talking about blumpkins on air, or cripples, or doing drugs, or whatever the fuck we do, may come back to bite me on the ass. Certainly will. But let me tell you something, in today's day and age, I'm in 4 or 5 lawsuits a year over nonsense, fucking lies, legal blackmail bullshit. Because that is the society that we live in today, that everybody is just so fucking happy. I got this stupid fucking town that wants to go ahead and shut the brewery down, and I just take the punch. I'm not playing a pity party. This is what I've signed up for. I have no problem with it. Give it to me. I will bob and weave and evolve and do what I can. But what I am saying is, if it is going to come, it is going to come, and there is nothing that I can do about it. That is the world of business. You can do the best you can to mitigate it, but it's gonna come. So if you want to be in business, and you want to be like everybody else, and scroll your goddamn phones past the pretty little fucking food photographs, be my guest, and wonder why nothing is happening. Or if you want to try something different, and grab attention, go for it. And fuck the judgment, and fuck the blowback, and fuck what everybody thinks. Because let me tell you something. If we were down for the first time, after 13 consecutive years of being up, I am 40% up year to date right now. 40%. I'm sure it has a lot to do with the impeccable weather that we've had for the month of June. We changed the menu. We tried to change our culture. But I can tell you that we are trying to grab attention. That is the agenda. That is the point. And if you don't have thick enough skin to take the punch across the chin, the judgment, the noise that even comes back at home, go get a job. But damned if I'm gonna fucking go ahead and go out without swinging and fighting. So this government can go ahead and change the statutes and write new law and legislation and tax the shit out of you and fucking liquidate the US Treasury and hand money out to everybody and fucking bankrupt the New York State Unemployment Slush Fund and then tax the small business owners to replenish it. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Why do you think inflation is the way it is? Because when you liquidate the US Treasury, somebody has to pay it back. That's what we're all going through right now. You want to blame Biden, Trump? It doesn't make a fucking difference. You shut down industry. You changed the game. And if you do not change along with the game, you're going to lose. So you know what? Maybe you don't like the shit that's coming out of our fucking mouths around here. Maybe we curse too much. Maybe we say things that are inappropriate. Maybe you're going to file a lawsuit against us. But guess what? We're 40% up in sales, and that's because we have the balls to try something different. So the fact that you are actually listening to me today, I thank you. I know the only reason you're listening to me is because we've created a platform that is ridiculous and full of nonsense and jokes. And we've grabbed your attention. And now that I have the opportunity to talk to you, I thank you. You have given us an opportunity to continue to move the ball forward. God bless you all. Thank you very much. If you like what you hear, share, and roll the fucking die. There is no reward without risk. Sometimes you gotta try fucked up things. Behind the ball. Thank you.